guys want to know what the problem with this country is? Nails. No, actually, there's one more problem I wanted to mention. No, but this one is cut, so it doesn't have the tip. So yeah, the beast is on. The guy says, oh yeah, I can load it for you. No, the problem is, once you work in the field, like I did with that drainage plow, then you get dirt inside your boots, you know? Anyway, yeah, I was supposed to be here real early, but yesterday I was changing tires on the trailer. I'll just show you in a second. Yeah, these ones. See, these two are brand new. The same S637 Saloon, 275 70 22.5, 16 ply. Where is... yeah, 130 psi, so it can do 130, so it is 16 ply. Well, it's the same one I got before. Yeah, you see, 16 PR. Because I got scared, I see 14, like what? No, it's 16. So these are good tires, I don't know, I like them. The tread is pretty solid. Okay, and so I changed that, and then after I hooked up, after I dropped off the drainage plow and I hooked back to the trailer, I lost all lights and I had no clue. So I'm banking, I'm driving, I'm turning on the main street trying to get back home, and I'm doing this wide turn. You know how when you're long like this, you have to go wide to turn left, and so I'm on the right trying to turn left. All of a sudden there's a pickup truck parking next to me, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, why would you park next to a guy if you know I'm turning? And the guy says, I'm sorry I parked here. But he says, I just wanted to tell you, you don't have any lights on your trailer. I said, you're kidding, right? He says, no. I stop on the shoulder, I go look, sure enough, I don't have any turn signals, I don't have any brake lights, nothing. So the culprit, so I started checking all the connectors, which all the like 99 connectors I have on this trailer, like that was number 1, number 2, and so forth. And turns out the culprit was the connector that goes in here, right? And so I called the Aberfoyle shop of Transaxle, and I said, guys, I know it's a short notice, but can you please replace... oh wow, this looks pretty cool. So it's one of those compact radius machines, so it's small but it's heavy. And there's a couple of bridges I saw on the way here that overall height is 14. So I have my PA permit. I think I asked him for 1310 because it has a very short boom, so I don't think it's very tall, but I think the tallest point is actually that thing over there, that handlebar. Yeah, it's taller than the boom, so I think we should be good, we should be legal. But anyway, so I asked him, I said, guys, can you do me a big favor, and can I stop by around 2 o'clock sometime after I'm done with tires, so that you can look at the connector? And they said, sure. Wow, if I tried that trick with Kenworth, you know what they would say? Oh, are you kidding? We booked till next week. They're booked till next week at $155 an hour. So when I grow up, I want to own a mechanic shop. You know, it's like the business model is simple. You hire a mechanic, preferably somebody just out of a mechanic school. You pay them $10 an hour. You charge people $200 an hour. and you keep 190 bucks, you know. And then when the guy in 2 years he gets experience and he starts complaining about the low pay, you kick him out and you hire another rookie from the same school. And then of course, you know, because your rookie has no freaking clue what he's doing, the trucks you repair will be always coming back because they break down again, and that's money in your pocket, right? So the more trucks break down, the more money you make. So there's something in there, you know, like ethic conflict, you know. Mechanics make money fixing trucks. So if the trucks breaks down, mechanics makes more money. So why would he or she fix your truck? Because then you're not coming back, you know, and you don't break down. So I'm telling you, that's the successful business model. You charge a lot of money per hour and you hire a guy with zero experience, because you don't want the trucks to leave your shop like really in good condition. You want them, you know, just to be able to get to the next exit on the freeway, and then of course it's too late for them to turn around. So it's kind of like, you know, what they do at McDonald's, right? Like you order small fries, no cheese on the triple burger, and then they smile, they give you the packet, you put it in your car and you drive away to a nearby spot where you can relax and eat, and you see that they give you no fries, double burger with 2 slices of cheese. But now you don't want to go back, you know. So anyway, let me hook up to the trailer. And so yeah, so they fixed that. So they fixed the, basically it turns out the receptacle, you know, the one with the prongs was okay, but the plug itself got loose, and no matter what we did, we tried to bend those little connectors in there, it didn't work. So they had to replace this female part of the plug, which is on the hole, on the cable. And then also I had a couple of like my flashing lights in the bumper stopped working again. I thought, okay. And the guy looked at the wiring and he says, look, somebody damaged your insulation in here. Basically somebody, you know, like at a truck stop when they measure the current, like when I had this problem before with flashing lights, so they cut through insulation to see if there's current in that wire, and they don't patch it up, you know. So you see a cut, and this guy says, when they do this, I said, why do they do this? And he says, lazy, they don't wanna patch it up. And he says what happens after, moisture gets in and the wire starts corroding, and then you lose your lights again. And so he changed that connection on 2 lights, so now all my lights are working. And I think we changed one red light in the back. I had a spare with me because that one was like flickering. And so basically, yeah, I spent like an hour there, and that's why I only made it yesterday. I only made it to Dansville, T8 Dansville. And so I started from Dansville today. I wanted to leave at 6 o'clock, and then I look at my e-log and it says off time 9 hours 30 minutes. And if you know anything about e-logs, you cannot drive unless you have 10 hours of duty, right? And so I was all ready to go. I had my coffee, you know, everything is cool, check the truck, and I had to sit for 30 minutes till I had my 10 hours. And as soon as it was 10 hours 1 minute, I said, okay, I'm gonna wait 1 more minute. It was 10 hours 2 minutes off duty, and I went. But it's like 3.5 hours from Dansville to here. And I stopped in Lawrenceville to get some cheap fuel. Well, I was hoping it would be cheap, but it was like $3.45 a gallon. But that's Pennsylvania, so there's a very big fuel tax in there, so that's good. Anyway, so it's 12 o'clock now. It'll probably take me like 30-40 minutes to secure. The plan is just to get out of Harrisburg before the curfew starts. Oh, there's a railroad somewhere there. Before the curfew starts, and I'll just go to Duncannon, PA. The pilot, usually today's Friday, so usually It's empty on weekends. It's very peaceful over there. I'm gonna sleep till tomorrow, and then tomorrow Saturday, so I can drive in Pennsylvania, but I cannot drive in New York, right? Because I'm think I'm like 11.6 wide, so over 10 you cannot drive. And so I'm just gonna go probably to that Lawrenceville and just shut down there till Monday, because this machine, it's a 2015 Cat 335 FL. So I have to stop at the export office, which is not open on the weekends, and that's another reason not to rush. So now I can just take it easy. I have lots of time to get out of Harrisburg before the curfew. So, and I'll just drive like 36 kilometers to Duncannon, PA, to the pilot. So until now it was rush. I get messages, so any updates? Are you at the shipper yet? And finally I said, yeah, arrived at shipper, checking in. So I'm just gonna take the picture and I say, loaded, leaving shipper shortly. Yeah, once this plate reaches the end, that's when this thing will go in. Otherwise it cannot go in. And then just go back down till this is tight. Yeah, you see, that's what they had to replace. They had to replace this plug. It was all screwed up. All right. Kill the PTO, reinflate the suspension, and put my lift axle down. Let's see, I know these things, they look small, but I know they're pretty heavy. I'm guessing this will be somewhere around 70. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. It's very dirty. I'll buy a new one when I'm at the truck stop. All right, 70. 75, anyone? 70 once, 70 twice, 70 sold to the gentleman in a white beret. Yeah, I don't think it'll go above 70. Come on. It's not that heavy. Well, maybe 81, 82. All right, so that's gonna be our... Yeah, see, that's what this Braun sucker did. When I was unloading, it just chews. It's chewing wood for breakfast, you know? See this? Man. All right, we got... Oh, cool, I like this. We got holes in there. You see this? So 2 chains like this, 2 in the back, and then couple... Well, I cannot do this. See, I cannot use the D-rings in there because of the boards. By the way, where is our boards in the back there? Oh, it's pretty cool. Let's see, will I be able to hook up chains to these rings in here? Yeah, perfect. Oh, and by the way, I talked to Aberfoyle shop. I said, give me 3 pairs of D-rings, because they didn't have time to make up a bill for that electric. They said, don't worry about it, we're gonna add it to your next job. And I said, okay, when I come back, I want you guys to order 3 pairs of D-rings, and I'm gonna install them 1 pair here, 1 pair here, and 1 pair in the front, because I never have enough D-rings in the middle here. So yeah, this is gonna be cool. So that's 4 chains, and I just need... You see, on this it's good, cool. So I can hook up here or here directly with the binder. Unfortunately, I cannot do that over here because of the board. Well, I can use this one, but then it's gonna be too far. I don't like that. So maybe I'll just use that D-ring over there and just do this like I always do on the tracks. Well, we'll figure something out. So now let's see, I can probably get away with this chain. Yeah, sometimes you guys complain I don't show chaining, but you know, it's all the same, but some machines are different. So I should have enough. Wait a second, what am I doing? I should have enough battery anyway. Let's just hook this bad boy up. What do you guys think? The binder this way. Yeah, probably like this. All right. Talbot. The guy has a Peterbilt truck and he's pulling a Talbot. All right, that's two. Now sometimes people ask, how do I know when to use the outrigger board? So what you do is, I know that this is edge to edge, it's 102 inches, and I don't want more than half of the track to be in the air. So what I do is I measure what they call a track gauge, which is center of the track to the center of the track. If it's more than 102 inches, that means that more than half of the track will be in the air. Then I use outrigger boards. Clear as mud? Good. We're gonna do a test later. Yeah, there's too much room between the timber and the track. I think I still might want to put in like a bind in here just in case, because you know, in the back you want to have a bit more chains because of the braking, right? Like, you don't accelerate forward, you know, at like 10 G's, but you can stop if there's like an emergency. So I'm gonna add those. And I like using chains over here because they go right there over the beam, and so this keeps it in place, you know, in case it decides to move. Sometimes I gotta do this. Son of a gun. I'm strong as a bull. It's unbelievable. I gotta probably slow down on these protein bars. Son of a... I hate when this happens. Yeah, it's some older machines. You have to watch when you hook up directly to the track, because the track can be, when it's old, you know, it can get rusted, I don't want the chain to go in here because it'll try to split these two tracks. Yeah, you see on this board, that's what happens. Too much space in there. I don't like it, so I'm gonna put 2 more binders on the corners. All right, this one is for the stick. guy has four 3/8 chains plus the stick. I'm guessing that's the Pennsylvania way. No, doesn't want to go into that one. Last chain. Just need to check the height. Make sure I'm below 14. So I was 99 to the top of the track. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13, 8. Perfect. And I raised the front, I can drop it. I raised the front just to get out of here. And here I'm position 3, so I can still go to 1. So yeah, just like I thought, this one is not very tall. Intense getting out of Harrisburg over there. Lots of traffic, construction, narrow lanes. So finally I'm on 322 or 22 north. Another oversized guy in the front, but he has some kind of a combine or something. Moving left. Hold on, who am I talking to? I don't have a pilot. But when you have a pilot, that's what you do, right? I'm in that lane, like I know this lane ends over here, you see? So I would grab a radio and say, moving left, basically. Please block the left lane. And so he goes behind me and he blocks this lane. And then he calls back, it's all yours. The lane is yours. Or they would say, come on over. You can come over. Man, I'm all wet, you know, because it's pretty hot. It's all, what, 29C, which I'm guessing is what, 200F? No, wait, maybe 85F. I'm thinking. So yeah, I sent a couple of pictures to my broker. He's extremely happy. He couldn't believe that I was loaded, and he said, what? They had everything in order, everything ready to go? And I said, yeah. They even washed the machine. The machine is clean. We asked them to wash it because I called yesterday. They gave me my contact on site at this cat dealer, and I called them, left a message, and then I sent her an email because I had her email address, and I said, coming tomorrow, pick up the cat 335FL, serial number so and so, just calling to check if it's ready and if you guys wash the tracks. And she emailed me back. She said, yeah, it's in the wash. It's in the wash bay right now. It should be clean when you come back. And you saw the yard. Actually, it's very nice because it's all gravel. It's not dirt. And so once the machine is clean, it stays clean even after loading. But this is an auction. This is an auction machine, and I can tell you from my experience that it's very important to call before you come over to load, because once what happened, I went to Ritchie Brothers in Bolton, Ontario, right? So I drove like an hour, more than an hour, and I forgot to call because the guy says, go and load the machine. I go there, and the buyer was from US, so he was not too familiar with the Ontario tax system. And when you buy a machine in Ontario, Canada, you have to pay 13% sales tax. And so I show up over there, and the lady says, we're sorry, but we cannot release the machine. You cannot load it. And I said, why? She says, the guy still owes us money. He paid for the machine, but he forgot to pay the HST, the sales tax. And you can imagine, if let's say a machine is 100 grand, then 13% is not exactly a pocket change, right? It's a lot of money. And so yeah, I was sitting there for a couple of hours on that day at the auction, and then my dispatch says, go home. And so I just wasted a day, right? And so you gotta call them, and when it's an auction, you have to know not just the serial number of the machine, you have to know the lot number, and another important number is the buyer. buyer number, because that's the first thing when you call them and you say, hey, I'm supposed to pick up this machine, just calling to check if it's ready to go. And the first thing she would say, usually it's a female, she'd say, what's the buyer number, please? And you should have that number memorized, you know, or written down on your left foot or right hand. And they say buy number 00012, and she would say, okay, what's the lot number? And then you should have that tattooed on your left hand or left foot, and you just give her that, and she would say, yeah, it's ready to go, or no, it's not ready to go, we're still waiting for the payment. But so that's why I called yesterday, and they said, yeah, finally it's ready. By the way, this is the machine I was supposed to pick up after I delivered that Ecoverse big machine. Remember from Milton? From Milton, Ontario, I delivered that one to Avon, Ohio, and this was supposed to be my return load, but it was not ready. And the broker says, well, if you want, we can send you the cancellation. And I said, wait, is it gonna be ready maybe next week? The guy says, yeah, the guy bought the machine, the guy from Canada bought this machine, so he needs the machine. It's just something is with the paperwork over there. I said, okay. I said, keep the rate confirmation active. I'll do that one after I'm empty. And you see, and so I took that small machine. Remember that blue windrow turner? I took that one back to Canada instead of this one, and then I came back empty to pick up this, because this one pays pretty good. So that's what's going on, boys and girls. Captain Sergei has another load, and for some reason it's yellow. Like normally I don't get yellow excavators, so this one is a bit unusual in that regard. But other than that, it's an excavator. It's probably my most popular load. And I love moving them because they're easy. You know, once you learn how to position the stick and the boom, and I know how to drive them. But don't ask me to dig a ditch. I will fail miserably. I have no idea. I have no idea how to use this machine for work. Well, I can probably, you know, if somebody asks me to like demolish a house, I can probably do that, because I know how to swing the house. I would just push out the bucket and swing the house. I can definitely destroy something, but to dig a ditch and pick up the fill or material and load it on the truck, you need like a PhD in that, you know. I don't have that. So I have a huge respect for guys that operate heavy machinery. You guys are very cool. If you know how to operate a dozer, a wheel loader, especially an excavator, you know, my hat is off to you. You have a talent. And by the way, another good job, and this was true back when I was coming to Canada. I was looking at a list of occupations that are in demand, and back then they were saying we need mechanics, but not car mechanics, not truck mechanics. Well, actually diesel heavy truck mechanics were wanted, but most of all they wanted heavy equipment mechanics. And And so if you like machinery, if you're like a kid growing up and you're thinking what to do when you grow up, you know, if you don't want to be a trucker, because, you know, you're watching my channel, right? But if you don't want to be a trucker, and then the next choice would be to be a heavy equipment operator. Very cool job, but if you don't want to do that, a very promising career is in servicing and repairing heavy equipment. Just the other day I was driving my 2021 Dodge Charger RT in the hood in Cambridge, and I was passing a John Deere dealer, and there was a huge sign up front, heavy duty, I think that's what they call it, heavy duty mechanics, or heavy equipment mechanics. Now I think it was, they called it heavy duty mechanic. But anyway, John Deere was looking for mechanics to fix John Deere equipment. You see? I can guarantee you that those guys make much more money than, let's say, a car mechanic, you know? So that's just some advice for our growing generation of viewers and subscribers. Well, I'm surprised my battery is still working. I'm guessing it should shut down anytime now, because I have a couple of other topics. I was thinking of something like some culinary advice, or how to pick a refrigerator, but wow, this battery keeps going. Now look at Captain Sergei. Speed limit 45, and like a good boy I'm slowing down. This crazy bison guy, and there's a very sharp turn in there, but he doesn't care. You know what can happen when the drive end goes into a sharp turn? Once happened to me when I was a drive-in driver. Because normally what these guys carry are skids, right? And 9 cases out of 10, they're not secured. They just put skids in 2 rows, because, you know, the theory is they cannot go anywhere. But I remember I was hauling, it was something in some jugs. It was something for a restaurant. I think it was some oil, I don't know. And I made a couple of sharp turns, and guess what? That skid leaned to one side, and it crushed another skid, and some valuable juice was spilled, and the guy basically said, well, you owe us money. You want us to call your dispatch, or you wanna give us cash? And I said, I'll give you cash. And so I had to go to ATM, get some money, and pay the guy. I see, like, the truck stop is empty. I usually park. Oh, that guy who was in front of me, the guy with the combine. Yeah, I see him, because these are all reserved. You cannot park here. But normally, all heavy haul guys, we like that corner. Yeah, I like this. Basically, sometimes I park here. I don't even. The only reason I would go inside is to get coffee, because, you know, I don't like Pilot. I don't like their prices, you know, but I like their coffee. What can I say? But on the other side of these trees, just 100 meters away, 300 feet, is a very cool gas station with a deli, and the food, no, and the food is amazing. Oh, this guy is from Altona, Manitoba. Wow, you're far away from home. Well, I can probably park next to this guy. The only problem is, hold on. Yeah, when I see pieces of wood like this, pieces of skids, that means that usually there's some nail somewhere.
Looking for nails?
Yeah. It's yeah, see, this guy gets it. All right, so where do we park? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like that corner. I'm gonna park in that corner. Over here there's some garbage on the ground. I see that guy in the blue shirt. He's Schneider. He's pouring beer. You see what they do, because he's gonna cross the border into Canada, and you're not allowed alcohol inside the cab. So his dispatch told him to pour out the beer, and so he couldn't bring himself to pour the beer on the ground. Okay, I need to raise the trailer because you see, very low, because I have to drop the I have to lift the axle, and then it starts heating all this.